If you're over 60, your doctor probably hasn't told you this. There are 4 cheeses you should be eating, and 4 you should avoid at all costs. Surprising as it sounds, the wrong cheeses can raise your risk of heart disease by up to 40%, according to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. That same study reveals that certain saturated fats found in popular cheeses can quietly clog your arteries, raise your blood pressure, and even trigger mini-strokes, also known as transient ischemic attacks. What's worse, many of these harmful cheeses are marketed as gourmet or healthy, making them even more dangerous for older adults. But it doesn't stop at heart health. Some cheeses can accelerate cognitive decline, disrupt blood sugar levels, and trigger chronic inflammation. Yes, even something as innocent as a creamy wedge on a cracker or a grilled cheese sandwich could be a hidden health threat, especially if you're over 60, when your body's ability to process fats and sodium naturally declines. And we haven't even revealed the worst offender yet. A cheese so risky, experts are now calling it a stroke on a plate. Chances are you've already eaten it without knowing the damage it could cause. So stay with us. We're about to expose the most dangerous cheese of all. Don't worry though, not all cheeses are bad. In fact, some can actually support your gut, brain, and bone health, if you choose the right ones. Before we get into the full list, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. And if you want more health-focused content like this, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Now, without further delay, let's start with the first cheese you should be eating if you're over 60. At number 4 is mozzarella, especially the fresh kind or authentic buffalo mozzarella. If you're still with me, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I want to know where you stand. Now forget everything you thought you knew about mozzarella. The fresh version, not the pre-shredded stuff in plastic bags, is one of the healthiest cheeses for older adults. True buffalo mozzarella is made with just a few ingredients: water, buffalo milk, salt, rennet, and cultures. It's minimally processed, high in quality protein, and relatively low in sodium and saturated fat. A 2022 study in the European Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who regularly ate fresh cheeses like mozzarella with low sodium levels had better blood vessel flexibility and fewer arthritis flare-ups. The likely reason? Its high calcium to sodium ratio and natural anti-inflammatory properties. Fresh mozzarella is also easier to digest due to its lower lactose content, and it's rich in essential minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and selenium. Buffalo milk also provides higher levels of vitamin A, zinc, and antioxidants, all vital for immune health and good vision in older age. Even better, mozzarella retains beneficial bioactive peptides formed during fermentation. These peptides have been shown to lower blood pressure naturally. And let's not forget conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a fatty acid in mozzarella that helps burn fat and reduce inflammation. Both important for managing chronic conditions like arthritis. Plus, mozzarella is versatile. Enjoy it in a caprese salad, melted over grilled vegetables, or simply sliced with tomatoes, basil, and olive oil. It satisfies without weighing you down. So if you're looking for a cheese that supports your immune system, bone strength, and heart health, all without spiking your blood pressure, fresh mozzarella is a smart, safe, and delicious choice. Coming in at number 3 is feta cheese. It might surprise you to see feta on the good list, especially given its bold, salty, and tangy flavor. But here's the truth. When eaten in moderation, feta is actually one of the healthiest cheeses for people over 60. Traditionally made from sheep's milk, or a mix of sheep and goat milk, feta has a unique protein structure that makes it easier to digest, especially for aging bodies. It also contains significantly less lactose than cow's milk cheeses, making it a gentler option for those who experience digestive discomfort. What really sets feta apart, though, is its nutrition. It's lower in fat compared to many creamy cheeses, yet rich in calcium, protein, and vitamin B12, all vital nutrients for maintaining bone strength, muscle mass, and neurological health as you age. One of feta's standout benefits is its natural content of probiotics, those beneficial bacteria that support gut health. For many seniors, gut issues become more common due to medications or changes in microbiome diversity. Feta can help balance digestion, reduce bloating, and even support immune function. Its intense flavor also means a little goes a long way. Just a few crumbles can enhance a salad, roasted vegetables, or grain bowl without adding too much sodium or calories. And here's a tip. Rinsing feta before eating can reduce its sodium content by up to 30%, making it a smart choice even for those managing high blood pressure. Now number 2, Swiss cheese. Known for its iconic holes and mild nutty taste, Swiss cheese offers an impressive range of health benefits for older adults. What's most surprising is its low sodium content, just 54 milligrams per ounce. That's about 75% less than most other hard cheeses, making it ideal for those watching their blood pressure or managing heart disease. Even better, Swiss cheese is naturally low in lactose. Thanks to its aging process, it contains almost none, making it a great choice for people with lactose sensitivity, a condition that often becomes more pronounced with age. But the real magic of Swiss cheese lies in its unique bacterial cultures. During fermentation, bacteria like Propionibacterium freudenreichii create compounds that have been linked to enhanced immune function in older adults. These same bacteria also help produce vitamin K2, a nutrient critical for directing calcium to the bones instead of letting it build up in the arteries, a key factor in reducing cardiovascular risk. With 220 milligrams of calcium per ounce, Swiss supports bone health in aging adults, especially important for those at risk of osteoporosis. And with nearly 8 grams of protein per ounce, it helps preserve lean muscle mass, which tends to decline with age. Swiss cheese is also rich in vitamin B12, providing around 16% of your daily recommended intake in just 1 ounce, an important nutrient for cognitive function, especially since B12 absorption decreases as we age. Even its signature holes have a function. They're created by gas-releasing bacteria that break down the cheese during aging, making it even easier to digest. And finally, at number 1, goat cheese. If you're over 60, goat cheese is one of the smartest, most nourishing cheeses you can keep in your fridge. This creamy, tangy cheese isn't just delicious, it's packed with nutrients, easier to digest than most other cheeses, and naturally anti-inflammatory. That's thanks to the structure of the fats in goat's milk. They're made up of short and medium-chain fatty acids, which are much easier for the liver to process. That means your body can use them efficiently for energy, without storing them as fat, a huge benefit as metabolism slows with age. Goat cheese is also lower in lactose and casein, the two most common triggers for dairy-related bloating and discomfort, making it far more tolerable for sensitive stomachs. But it doesn't stop there. Goat cheese is rich in probiotics, which help support digestion, reduce inflammation, and even improve mood and immune function. Since our gut microbiome naturally becomes less diverse with age, adding probiotic-rich foods like goat cheese can make a significant difference in how you feel day to day. Whether crumbled over roasted vegetables, spread onto whole grain toast, or added to a salad, goat cheese brings both flavor and function to the table, making it a top-tier choice for healthy aging. Goat cheese plays a powerful role in restoring balance to your body. It's rich in zinc, which supports immune health and helps tissues heal, and selenium, a key mineral for thyroid function and protecting your cells from damage. But one of goat cheese's most underrated benefits is its effect on brain health. It's packed with healthy omega-3 fats and a unique form of vitamin A that supports memory and cognitive performance. In fact, nutrient-dense cheeses like goat cheese are currently being explored for their potential to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and slow down age-related mental decline. Even better, goat cheese usually contains just a few ingredients, no artificial additives, no preservatives, just real food. Whether crumbled on a salad, spread over whole grain toast, or folded into a veggie omelette, it adds both flavor and function to your plate. Now that we've covered the 4 cheeses that can help you thrive after 60, let's turn our attention to the ones you should avoid. Starting with number 4, American cheese. While it might bring back memories of childhood grilled cheese sandwiches, this isn't something you want in your regular diet as you age. In fact, American cheese is barely cheese at all. It's a processed blend of emulsifiers, preservatives, salt, and artificial coloring, with only traces of actual dairy. Just one slice contains about 15% of your daily sodium limit, a serious concern for older adults managing high blood pressure or heart disease. But it gets worse. The emulsifiers used to give American cheese its smooth texture have been linked to gut microbiome imbalances. And since gut health plays a crucial role in immunity and inflammation, that's not something you want to mess with after 60. It also contains artificial phosphates, chemical additives that can disrupt your body's ability to absorb calcium. This is especially dangerous for seniors already dealing with thinning bones or osteoporosis. Studies have shown that these phosphates can even accelerate arterial calcification, essentially speeding up the hardening of your arteries. With so many better-tasting, healthier cheese options available, the convenience of American cheese simply isn't worth the health risks. Next up, at number 3, blue cheese. This one might be tough to hear. Blue cheese often has a gourmet reputation, but it can pose serious risks as you get older. Its signature marbled mold, penicillium, gives it that bold flavor, but it also produces compounds like tyramine and histamine. In younger individuals, the body breaks these down easily. But as we age, our ability to process these substances decreases, which can lead to headaches, sudden spikes in blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms, and in some cases even emergency hospital visits. According to a 2023 study published in Food Chemistry, excessive tyramine consumption in older adults has been linked to migraines, dizziness, and cardiac arrhythmias, symptoms that often go misdiagnosed or brushed off as aging. Blue cheese also carries a higher risk of listeria contamination, especially when it's unpasteurized or improperly stored. Listeria infections can be deadly for seniors or those with weakened immune systems, and they often begin with vague symptoms like fatigue, headache, or chest tightness that can easily be mistaken for something else. On top of that, blue cheese is incredibly salty, over 400 milligrams of sodium per ounce, making it one of the saltiest cheeses you can buy. And if you're dealing with kidney issues or high blood pressure, that's a dangerous combination. What's more, the high fat content in certain blue cheese varieties only adds fuel to the fire, increasing the risk of arterial plaque buildup and inflammation. For many people over 60, those nagging headaches, stomach discomfort, or waves of fatigue are quietly linked to their favorite wedge of blue cheese, and they don't even realize it. In second place, cream cheese. At first glance, cream cheese might seem harmless. It's soft, spreadable, and pairs perfectly with a morning bagel. But beneath that smooth texture is a hidden danger, especially for anyone over 60. Cream cheese is low in protein but loaded with saturated fat, making it a high-calorie food that delivers very little nutritional value. Instead of fueling your body, it promotes fat storage, particularly around the midsection. And since metabolism naturally slows with age, especially due to muscle loss, adding foods like cream cheese to your routine only makes weight management harder. But the risks don't stop there. Cream cheese's soft, moist texture also makes it more susceptible to bacterial contamination, particularly listeria, a dangerous pathogen that can be life-threatening for older adults with weakened immune systems. Even being left out of the fridge for a short time, like during breakfast buffets or office events, increases the risk significantly. And for seniors, listeria isn't just a stomach bug, it can lead to septicemia or meningitis. There's another layer to this problem: flavored cream cheeses. Versions sweetened with honey, nuts, or fruit like strawberry often sneak in added sugars, spiking insulin, promoting fat storage, and increasing inflammation, all of which contribute to chronic disease. So what seems like an innocent spread can actually be a triple threat: high in fat, sugar, and bacteria risk, a dangerous combo that's far too often overlooked by people over 60. And finally, at number 1, processed cheese spreads. Whether it comes in a tub, a jar, or one of those foil-wrapped triangles, processed cheese spread is the single worst offender on this list, and it absolutely deserves the nickname "stroke on a plate." It may look harmless and is often marketed as fun, friendly, or easy to eat. But make no mistake, for seniors, this cheese is a health hazard. Why? Because it combines the worst qualities of every other cheese we've discussed: extremely high sodium, saturated fats, and a chemical cocktail of artificial ingredients. The real danger lies in how these spreads are made. They're not just soft cheese. They're heavily processed, chemically altered with emulsifiers and stabilizers like sodium phosphate, a preservative that has been linked to kidney damage. And since kidney function naturally declines with age, this additive quietly accelerates that process. And this isn't just speculation. Studies from sources like the National Kidney Foundation have confirmed a clear link between phosphate additives and declining kidney health. These chemicals strain the kidneys over time and can lead to kidney disease or even failure. That's only the beginning. Some processed spreads also contain trans fats or partially hydrogenated oils, the same ingredients banned in many countries due to their role in increasing LDL, bad cholesterol, lowering HDL, good cholesterol, and raising the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Its creamy texture might fool you into thinking it's lighter than hard cheese, but nutritionally, it's far worse. In fact, some of the synthetic compounds found in cheap processed cheese spreads have even been linked to inflammation in the brain, potentially speeding up cognitive decline. something no one over 60 should have to face unnecessarily. So if you're cleaning out your fridge, this is the one cheese you should toss immediately. It's not just unhealthy, it's biologically aggressive, undermining your health on multiple fronts. Here's the good news. Cheese doesn't have to be the enemy after 60. When you make informed choices, it can actually become one of the most enjoyable and health-supportive foods in your diet. It all comes down to knowing which cheeses help your body thrive, and which ones quietly work against it. So now we want to hear from you. How many of these cheeses are part of your regular meals? Have you already made the switch to healthier options? Or are you just starting to rethink your choices? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We love reading your experiences. Thanks for watching.